First blood.
Hello, Julesies. Alright, likewise. Let's put these dirty socks away. Oh well. I forgot to put on the music. I forgot to put on the music. Congrats on losing your first virginity. You're no longer a virgin on my stream. How are you? Meh. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Yeah, people be slacking indeed. I'm losing popularity in my head. My bad. I mean, to be fair, the people at the top are just so far ahead that it kind of is not important for them to get the first or two. You know what I mean? Missing one first or two firsts, it's not going to be the end of the world for them anyway. So I give a fuck, right? I have class and I'm skipping it. I'm skipping it! There's a Zoom. We're coding. So just watch that. I can't be asked. Especially with that Russian teacher. That woman is annoying as fuck. And stupid. Imagine one of those people in the coaching classes figured out my Twitch channel because I use my name everywhere, even on my WhatsApp. Oh, let's hope not. That wouldn't be good now, would it? Ah, well. Yeah, I was not supposed to do that. Oh. Yeah, she's stupid. I kind of went over why she's stupid the other day. It's not like I'm telling you her nothing, but yeah, I would not take advice from her. She pretends to be smart, but she's in fact very, very stupid. I forgot to put in my chat there. No, she's a teacher. She doesn't ask them questions. She makes dumb statements. A lot of them. All things that shouldn't be said by someone who's supposed to be a teacher. And I can't be asked to correct her. Because I'm like, whatever. Let these people fall for her stupidity. Couldn't care less. Because I tried to correcting statements that have been said. That I thought were very wrong. Not by her only, but the other teacher. And it always ends up them being like, no. They like, I don't like the way they go about it. Because they instantly go like, no, you're wrong. They don't be like, okay, but why do you think that? So I just don't bother. Someone's not going to ask me why I think something. Hello, my friends. Body get and flow, raid. Alright. How was the workout? I saw you doing curls, so you stopped doing arm days. And instead you decided to do leg days. Unbelievable. Do you hate it so much, or just kind of changed it out of some convenience because you wanted to do a leg day? I don't know. Osama, hello. We're near الزرنة. Whatever. Doesn't matter if I make noise or not today. My grandma is not down there right now, I believe. No noise, my grandma. But it's good. Life, rolling with it. Not much. Every day I consider jumping off a cliff. I'm like, I'll leave it for tomorrow. You know, the best thing about never getting anything done is that even if you consider killing yourself, you're like, I'll do it later. That's why slackers just kind of stay there in life. I've been miserable. Or garbage, everything. You name it. It's just whatever, man. I'm tired. I don't know. I just don't have a reason to wake up in the morning. And not having a reason to wake up in the morning is not good. How about you, Summer? This book is going well. Me or you? I actually wanted to cut, but food is my medicine. Food is my anti-depression, anti-anxiety. In fact, if I don't eat, I gotta call this shit. But like other than that, to doing well. That's good. Oh shit! I've got to make that thing not get unpinned. Unable to pin it, you little shit. Oh my god. Well, I'll have to press it again and pin it. Oh yeah, I'm from when we raid. I wasn't here, but Ramir sent me here. Anyhow, I need to look at the program. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, honestly. Let's see how much you weigh. Knowing how much you weigh is an essential thing when you're doing pull-ups. I always like to have a clue how much I weigh, because otherwise I don't know how much to load. 87.2, so I gotta add an extra kilogram. Fucking solid. Thanks, man. You've been growing. Right, so times that with 0. Now minus 88, I guess. So 25. Right. We're doing medium grip pull up with 25 kilograms for 7 sets of 1. Yeah, I don't know. Like, honey, a question I'm gonna ask everyone. Why do you wake up in the morning? Because, I don't know. I don't have a reason to wake up in the morning. I'm like just laying there. I'm like, I don't want to wake up. I just want to stay there forever. My problem is not that I question it occasionally. It's been my entire life, really. Although there was ups and downs at some points, more frequent ups and downs. But lately, they just kind of life been downhill. I'm like, I don't know what to do. There's war. She is still going. Doesn't seem to be getting better for me financially. Not doing bad yet. But I also didn't get paid. And the family isn't. I work with my dad. It's complicated. Part of my problem is though, working with my dad. Don't get paid. It's not a problem, right? It's a family business. It helps everybody in the family. Well, yes and no. In some cases, I guess. Because he wants me to do better at the workplace. But there's nothing to do better. Because there's not much going on lately. Well, because of war. Everything just gone to shit. Yeah. Been through better times. Where are you from, Osama? Like, are you you don't wanna specify. You could be like, I'm a neighbor. Then I would know you're not surrounding me somewhere. I've never asked. You probably stated it somewhere at some point. Where you were from? Or just Germany? I see. Yeah, Germany kind of been not doing well. My brother lives in Germany. Actually, right now he's here, but he's gonna go back to Germany soon. It's. I mean, the whole world is going to shit. And it's funny because. Yeah. Different reasons, but America. All places are going to shit because of AI. So many things going wrong in the world. Yeah. You gotta do this good in different ways. Are you from Germany? I mean, because Osama. I don't know if it's like Osama bin Laden is because you're Arab and you kind of choose the name Osama, or. Yeah. So yes, you're from Germany. I always assumed you might be Arab because of Osama. Yeah. To be fair, I thought you were Arab because Osama bin Laden. I thought your name was Osama. I mean, actually, it might be Osama. I don't know. Yeah. Alright, fair. I mean, it's a funny name. I like your name. But like, we don't really hang out much. I see you in like Ramir's stream here and there, chat, reply to each other, but it's not that consistent. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna put a timer in here. We're gonna do sets of 1. Did Ramir say he's leaving? No, I don't know. Because I thought usually he says he's leaving for cardio. Yeah, I didn't see it. I scrolled up, but didn't see the message. Huh. I kind of want to actually be more athletic, do more cardio. But I do my bike cardio, although running probably would not be that different time consumption wise. It's just that running requires me being outside, which I don't hate. I actually prefer being outside than inside while doing my cardio. But the cool thing about having a bike is that I can do cardio while playing games, as long as I'm doing anything with a controller. Or so either play controller and bike, or like I could watch something. We like do some watch togethers here and there on the Discord. Although it's not really, I kind of doesn't have a specific time because it's based on when I get time or mood to do cardio. Huh, I wanted to go for a run. Yeah, definitely. Running, any amount of cardio is good. I realize I recover better, and like my Nordic curl grind have been my one leg Nordic curl grind have been going pretty fine. It's getting stronger, quicker than before. How's my tendon feel better too? I need to start the timer here. The pin is there. Let's stop it. Okay. I feel like my phone went down to shit, but whatever. I just focus on full power with those. Down 20 seconds. So, I would do more cardio. The problem is how much rest in between. So, I only usually rest 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes 4 if I'm really exhausted. For the sets of 1, I rest only a minute, because if you have to rest 2 minutes, it makes the set super long. And plus I'm working with like 85% of my 1 rep max. It goes up to 90. Gotta get ready for the next one. 95-ish. 95-ish probably where it goes. It goes up to 95. By the time I get there, I end up doing 5 sets of 1. Because the submaximal work is kind of meant for you to practice heavier loads. I find it works quite well. I like it. I actually find it like it kind of, you know how, if you know what post-activation potentiation is, which is basically lift heavy shit to make light shit feel lighter. I feel like it works better when you do a few sets of 1. Usually when I do like a rep or 2 with a slightly heavier load to make the lighter shit feel lighter, it doesn't work quite well as this. I think maybe it's because maybe my form is not that good. It gives me more practice. Next set. Right. I use a marker because I keep losing count if I don't use a marker. I like it. Like doing it in high rows. Makes working sets feel smooth as fuck. Haven't done that for pull-ups. I actually stumbled across it, and I think it actually might be one of the best ways of getting stronger. I mean, it's one of the, maybe not the best way, I don't know. Actually, no, I take it back, all the ways work. There's no really best way. But no, I'm finding this one is the best for me because I like it the most. Okay, next set. Which is a big factor, I guess. I've done it for bench press when I was going for 140 kilogram bench, which I did get. I pretty much linear progression. I did linear progression with bench to get to 140 kilogram bench, which I don't recommend for people. I don't think it works that well. The reason it worked very well for me, I'm gonna put chuck. My hands are quite slippery and makes the sets feel harder than they should. The reason I kind of did it because I kind of detrained a little bit on pull-ups, not pull-ups, bench. This was way much better. And so my form gone to shit. I went from, I think, it's either my best is 100, oh shit, I'm supposed to put a line, oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I was supposed to put a line. I put the line on the next one. So I just kind of, because I was improving the form drastically every few weeks, I couldn't linear progress it. I'm gonna go for my run now, later with me. Just wait till it's like 1 AM, 2 AM with me. I honestly prefer the morning runs. 1, 2 AM runs. It's so quiet, the roads are empty. Right. Next one. I can see that working well though. Those are just such. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of. Wait, shit. At the end of the day, I'm supposed to go for my set. Alright, let's put the line. Yeah. 1 set left. I think there's so many ways to skin a cat, and I think the best way to get strong, if like, you're into powerlifting, is finding the method you like, or somewhat like, and kind of fine-tuning it. I'm so far liking this method. So I'm kind of fine-tuning. I'm like trying to figure out what percentage do I start at and what percentage do I end with. Like I still haven't polished it yet correctly yet. Like it still needs more work, but it worked quite well, even though I kind of made mistakes. I just keep improving on them. Huh, that was it. Alright, just to make sure, just for the sake of it. Gotta empty those pins. About 5 of them. Probably gonna dry before I even empty them. But this is like my first week. So I max the way I kind of going about it. And you know Alpha Destiny is soon. You hang out with Wimir a lot. It brings up, I know it brings up Alpha Destiny a lot. He does conjugate. I tried conjugate, I didn't like. I'll get something related to this. Oh, I'm not supposed to remove this. So he does conjugate, which you rotate a lift and you max out on it every week. I tried it, I was like, damn, that sounds fun. It was fun, but also I kind of went with a lot of variations and kind of started getting a little confusing where I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to come back to the next variation. And I felt like, because I'm not that great of a lifter, I've not been lifting for so long, I have to kind of learn the form for each lift. And it kind of made it not fun, because I would like kind of do shit form on, let's say, chain bench press, but then I have to wait like 4, 5, 6 weeks maybe to do it again. And I would have already forgotten how it felt the first time. So I just opted to, what was it called? So I opted to doing something similar where I rotate the movements, but now I stick with the movements for like 4, 5 weeks. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think a conjugate works. I see him say you can run conjugate as an intermediate. I don't think I would recommend it for intermediates. I count myself as an intermediate. I don't know. Maybe I'm advanced, maybe not. I count myself as an intermediate. Still. Like, not an early intermediate, like mid-intermediate. I still have a lot to gain. What's your goals, Sam, like, when it comes to lifting? Like, big bench press, big squat, big muscles? I don't know, if someone asked me that question, I would kind of be weird. It's going to be a weird answer. Because I'm kind of into a lot of things at once. Like, some lifts, I'm like, I want size. Some lifts, I want... Some lifts I want, what's it called? Sometimes I want size, sometimes I want strength. So I'm more of a, I enjoy lifting and I'm just going to do anything that I think is fun. It's not impossible. No, I'm on Bulgarian split squats. I love dips. I love dips. My body does not love dips. So, I don't know if you ever had sternum pain when doing dips. I had it. Somewhat cured. It's hard to cure it. I think it's kind of so like, you're either born with a shit sternum or not. And I was born with a shit sternum. I just kind of kept doing a lot of bodyweight dips and always doing it at the end of the program. And it kind of made my body kind of get used to it. I'll feel a little bit of like sternum, like I feel like my sternum gone through something after I do dips, but it no longer aches. when I first started doing dips, my sternum would be sore. Like light touch like this would hurt so much. It was not fun. But I do love dips. I do dips for bodybuilding. If you want to do dips for bodybuilding, try doing them like when it's gonna be way much harder. So if you're doing weighted dips, careful with this variation. It's gonna be way much harder. You might like. I went from 15 kilograms ass to grass dips to from 15 ass to grass dips. Wait, yeah, 15 to like 5 for same weight. Depends on. I tried all the techniques. I don't know. I see people say that it's a technique thing a lot when it comes to dips. It's like I followed every. I tried being internally rotated more, externally rotated. Don't flare your elbows. Flare your elbows. Have them in the middle. Squeeze your back. Just kind of make sure, kind of position yourself in a certain way. I think the only way that worked is kind of leaning into it, where you know how like street lifting style. But it's not, my sternum is not hurting, not because it's not. My sternum is not hurting, not because I am. It's a better form for my sternum. My sternum is not hurting because I'm not moving my chest much, or in fact going through much range of motion. 40 kilograms per 10 right now. Nice. I've not really. I think I could lift way much more than I could right now if I care to push more weight. Right now, I really love dips for bodybuilding. I don't know how much I would be able to do. The heaviest I can is 15. Like I could like literally get tired of bodyweight pull-ups, or I could put 10 kilograms between my legs and the form would be completely different. One is more strength, more explosives, no or barely any eccentric control, and the other one is more eccentric control. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Abby. Oh, it's for the shit on the bodyweight reps with a massive arm. Yeah, it takes a couple of things. You seen street lifting form, Osama? Street lifting form is crazy. Crazy in dips. I always find it very crazy. Because like, it's just, I don't know. It kind of bothers me a little bit. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, it bothers me. Like sometimes I see people kind of going through range of motion, but sometimes I see someone like going like, I'm like, you can look, like you can see like the body moving like this much, and the plate's moving like this much. Because they raise their hip, they drive their butt back, and they keep their chest almost in the same position. And like I said, like there's a reason you see people like putting 8 plates on dips. Motherfuckers claiming how to with that form. Yeah, like I've seen people like putting 8 plates on dips. I'm like, this form, I mean, I cannot blame them. Like, if one day they made a rule against, I was like always like super thin people like you, like this guy cannot dip eight plates. He's gonna die. And you see someone like, yeah, actually, never mind. With that form, he can dip it. Yeah, makes sense. No. That makes sense. Still pays. I mean, you've seen the benches. When powerlifting allowed people to arch as much as they want without giving a fuck of how much range of motion they went through, they end up with like the banana arch. Where the airboys like don't even like they go like this. Boop, boop. Where it literally rewarded people with insane mobility or like born with insane mobility. Okay, let's do the working set. As much as I don't want to do this, here we are. I'll start with dips, not pull-ups. I don't think most people don't give a fuck about your form. The people that might come and try and help you, the people that care for you to do a better form, not that they care if you do things right or wrong. The gym. Can't take this more seriously sometimes. Can't blame you. Right. I don't want to do this. Here we are. I might just do 3 reps and just move on with my life today. If I have it in me, I mean, who knows? Ouch. That was less grindy the last workout, I think. Alright, so now pull-ups. Gonna chalk up. I need to clean my bar. I think there's so much sweat and body oils on it that without chalk it's just becoming insanely hard to grip. Okay, so we're putting 6.25. Yeah, I could use one of those plates. And I need a tiny plate. Well, actually, wait, I did the math, didn't I? No, I did not do the math. But actually, no, we're only doing, never mind, only doing this tiny plate and the other tiny plate. Oh well. But actually, not even going to do the tiny plate. We've got the belt weighs a kilogram on its own, so. There we are. Alright, 10 reps. It'll be easy. Right. Oh, there. More unusual. Lifts like Nordic NCCs. People look at me. Reduces the squat. Yeah. People. When they saw me, so I went to commercial gym for like 2 months and a half. I only went for. I subscribed for 3 months and I only went 2.5 or maybe 2 in a week. Got bored. Autumn life, being around people. Funny coming out from me. I mean, at least I don't mind people when there's a barrier. You know, behind the screen I'm fine. It's not that I care about judgment. I just kind of don't like sharing. I really don't like sharing. And I did Nordic curls in the public gym, and people would be impressed because I was doing it for like 7 reps. I was doing them different form than now, which I think is easier because when it should switch form, I lost a lot of reps. So I went for like 7, 8 reps to like 2 reps with a different form. Didn't really make lifts harder a lot of the time. Let's say when we went for a run, I like to shout out William a bit. Man, he doesn't like me shouting him out. So what I do usually, I just wait for him to leave so I can shout him out. Because he doesn't like seeing those clips. Nice Clippers girl. Yeah, back in the good old days. I still really like his previous gym more than his current gym. Gym bedroom. It had better lighting. It looked cooler. His current bedroom gym looks depressing. It really does. I didn't mute them just so we can hear the clip, but there's not much talking. He's just... An advice if you get into strength training and you don't know what to do exactly sometimes, how can I say it? Like you're doing some sort of progression and it requires you not going to failure. Switching out one of the last sets for an AMRAP. If you're doing maybe like 3 sets of 10, do 2 sets of 10 and an AMRAP with the same body weight. Gives you a good, first of all, if you're one of those people like me that likes to go to failure, I do, obviously do. That's why I said like me. Anyway, if you like to go to failure like me, not going to failure for 3 sets is kind of gets a little boring. But when you know you have a last set, you're going to failure, it kind of makes you more interested in the workout. And plus it gives you like a proximity of how easy or how hard the set 10 previously were. And I like doing an AMRAP at the end because if you end up doing the same weight later, like maybe 8 weeks, and you gain a rep and on your AMRAP, that means you're getting stronger. Also, I found that like by the time you finish like a few sets, not pushing to failure, your last set form is mwah, like chef kiss. It's good, amazing. That's my experience at least. Like everything moves smoother. Right, let's go. I need to get third. No, I have it. What will I? Okay, I get another third. No, there's knee sleeves. I wear them to kind of get my knees warm when they don't feel 100%. It works. Like, there's not usually much pressure on your knees, but I feel like my knees are sore. Nordic girls can suffer. Doing an exercise. There's some, yeah, pretty much. I do that sometimes. I think as long as you don't take it to like, if you have a doubt in the next rep when you're doing an AMRAP, just don't go for it. That's kind of how I work with it when I do my AMRAPs. If you don't know if you have it or not, and you know your form is going to go to shit, just don't do it. You just do good reps. You don't really fuck up your training in that way. I want to put chalk. You don't put chalk, but today is a chalk day. Also, if you don't have dry chalk, I would be really taking it to the gym. Like not dry, liquid chalk. You can get some alcohol, put in like a soap dispenser, and just kind of squirt a little on your hand, rub it, wait for it to dry, then put chalk. Works just the same. Okay. Oh, shit. Whew. Oh, yeah. 1 second, let me just put a timer here. Let's go ahead. My shoulders and arms dominate, and my chest lags behind, especially my upper chest grows extremely slow. So for your chest being lagging, first of all, do you do close grip bench, or do you do wide? Wider grips tend to give you more chest and less. So will get you less triceps, less shoulders. If you go very extreme, it'll start recruiting more shoulders, but we'll give you more chest if you go wider. Depends on your wingspan. Usually people in the ring, I mean, it kind of depends on your height. Like you might even have an index on the ring. What's your gym split? Full body every other day. If you have, you can have an index or even thumb if you're like long arms. So try and figure out what is a good grip for bench. If you've tried everything and that doesn't work, making sure you get a lot of chest fly motions to isolate your chest. You can get isolations in your program. If you don't have those, that's another tip. The third tip, do converging stuff. Like any machine where you go in and out like this will get more chest. Always. Usually try and have your elbows within this, and try when you sit on a machine, making sure the range of motion or the bar path is going like this. So at the bottom, if, for example, dumbbells, right? At the bottom, you start here, you kind of push it towards your face. Like in, so you go in like this and towards your face a little bit. Don't exaggerate it like this, but try to kind of go like where your shoulder is stacked and kind of go like this. And you don't really need to go super deep range of motion on dumbbell bench press if you feel like it starts going shoulders. Try, if you don't feel anything, if you don't feel anything, what would I tell you? Not sure. Maybe you're not trained. If you don't feel anything, like you don't feel like your chest moves, when you convert, when you're converging in, you should feel your chest. So if you don't feel it, I don't know. Maybe you're just not jacked enough. So I would just try and do more flies. To get more flies is always a good answer in your program. But if you do converging and wider grip presses for the upper chest now, you don't really need crazy incline for the upper chest. Just make sure you're not arching too much. And the bar path is going to be similar, where you're trying to bring your arms up. Upper chest is really hard to grow. If you don't have a big chest, I don't think you should be concerned about growing your I don't think you should be concerned about growing your chest, upper chest, or like a specific part of your chest if you don't really have big chest to begin with. But yeah, I do full body, Oscar. I do answer that. Full body every other day. Yeah, to learn these chest presses. It's a because you want lighter, but you got kind of. I don't like the going lighter part or too much lighter. Depends. If you like a little lighter, sure. If you get too light, try and feel your chest. I don't like that. You gotta have a certain amount of load on. So I think if you start focusing on feeling a muscle too much, it could make it. It might become counterproductive. But overall, like removing a few kilograms off of the bar end is not a bad idea, and kind of building back up. I mean, yeah, fair. But some people might, because the thing is with feeling muscles, I don't know, this is my stance, could agree or disagree. I think people obsessing over feeling a muscle is overrated. Trying to kind of do the movement right is not overrated. I don't want to do this. I don't like Nordic curls. I do like Nordic curls. I don't like doing Nordic curls. Weird statement, I know. I'd agree. I kind of heard a quote, like maybe a year into training, that kind of stuck with me to this day. I'll say it after I do this set, obviously. Right. Also, people who, like Oscar, might be like, oh, well, you said you're doing chest, back, and triceps today in the title. Yes, and I'm doing legs too right now. I just kind of couldn't be asked. I don't think putting legs in the title is interesting for people to put. I fooled you people. Oh, I'm happy. I didn't go super hard today on the other sets because I feel like my knees were not feeling so good, nor my tendon. Dial it back a little bit. Right. Oh yeah, the quote I heard, it was from Alexander Bromley, maybe a bodybuilder, I'm not sure. No, actually, I don't think it's Alexander Bromley. But I think he said a similar quote, although in regards of what you call it, power strength training. So the quote is, if you don't have a muscle, you can't feel the muscle. Your muscles are small, you'll not feel them, regardless of how much you concentrate. It's just harder for you to feel what smaller muscles. Now after working out, I just feel my muscles better than ever. How exactly? Because they're bigger. More blood flow, bigger muscle, easier to feel. So it's just kind of not worth it. I would just focus on doing the movement right and just, you'll feel them eventually. Trust me, if you lift weights, if you're new to lifting weights, just lift them weights and get more jacked. And you'll feel the muscles eventually. And for strength training, like what I heard, it's kind of, although it may not sound similar, it's similar spirit. How many I get stronger or bigger? It's still high. You're probably not gonna like the answer I give you, but I'll give it to you anyway. Eat more. No, like I'm already eating too much. Eat more. You think you eat too much? Eat more. Have a bag of not peanut butter, peanuts or nuts in your bag. 200 grams of that. Eat those throughout the day. Don't eat them at once. You'll regret it usually. I don't know. At least I do regret it. Every time I eat 100 grams of nuts or 150 in one sitting, I end up with a regret. But just carry nuts with you. Stop saying eat more. What the fuck? Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! I think we're turning wild bouquet here. Peanut butter. I was actually watching a YouTube video earlier today where a couples were fighting, and they were fighting over the fact that the woman wanted to eat the man's ass with hot sauce on it, and the man doesn't want to. So she ended up wanting to cheat on him because of that. Because the guy doesn't want to put some hot sauce on his ass and let her eat it. Do that to you straight every day. 200 grams is nasty for real. But I don't know, eating more is the answer. There's no way. Like, you want other horrible options? Drink olive oil. I think you're willing to have it's either it's either you drink 100 milliliter of olive oil, or you have a bag of nuts on you at all times. You choose. Like, if you're a hard gainer, it's like you don't have a choice really. Also, if you want another advice that is different, post what you eat in a day on Discord and I'll calculate it for you. I'll see how much you actually eat. I'll see how many calories you eat, and I'll tell you if you eat too much. I'm like, damn, maybe eating more is not an answer for this day. Loads, yo, 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 yo! Besides, that's a whole person, yeah. You can also go the junk food route, but I don't recommend. I think you're better off having healthier fats in your diet than trying to. Well, I got 13 reps, which is a bit high, actually. Because I did 13 reps body weight not long ago. Now I added weight to my body and I did 13 reps, so that's kind of big. Not much weight, but still. It's like adding 2.5 kilograms to your bench press in your own 100. Can you recommend a chest workout? How many exercises and sets, if you could? So you're trying to prioritize chest in that workout. I would, if you want to, I would do 2 different exercises twice a week. And I would just have a decent amount of variation. So one with a barbell, one with a dumbbell. Doesn't matter. Incline, decline, decline. Decline is kind of questionable. I don't recommend decline. So flat or incline bench press is one of them. And you can do a machine chest press and another press of choice, whatever you like, really. If you have like a certain machine you like a lot for chest, go do that. Whether it's incline, decline, doesn't matter. As long as you enjoy it. How many sets would you do? I would recommend you do, it depends. Are you a beginner? You start in the gym? Intermediate? If you're a beginner, I would probably do like 4 sets. 4 sets day 1 on 2 different exercises. And another 4 on the other day. Especially like between like 3 to 4 days. If you're more advanced, you could go up to 6 and 8. Just make sure it's quality sets. I'm not going to talk about much the exercise selection because as long as you're pushing things hard, you will grow. So you don't have to worry about that. As long as you're training hard. Your exercise for chest, it doesn't matter as much as you might think. Pushing hard matters more. So you should build the mentality of trying to get 1 more rep every workout, but also trying to not make your form degrade. So the way you should go about it is not make your form degrade, right? There's a certain deviation where your form might be different, but shouldn't be very different. Shouldn't sacrifice the form for reps, but also you should try always and get 1 more rep. You should always have grindy reps in those workouts. If you hang out here, you'll see that I push all things super hard. Because unless you're choosing a ridiculous exercise, I trained 8 months. I would classify it as a beginner because you get detrained every time you stop training. But you probably know a little more than a beginner. And I think your inconsistency should be the first thing you fix, Andy. So you got to be more consistent because inconsistency will make you regress. Because like if you're inconsistent, what happens? You build muscle, you regress, you build that muscle back up, and maybe a little more, but then you regress again, and you build it back up, maybe a tiny bit more. You see how it kind of goes back up and down. But if you do an unoptimal exercise and you push it hard, like whether people think your bench press is bad, this chest machine is bad, nothing is bad. You can build muscle even with chest fly if you push it hard enough. People don't like doing chest flies because it's kind of not time efficient. I would probably have you also do a press of some kind. Just pick the exercise you like, is my answer. And just try and be consistent. Consistency is king. Always will be king. But since, Andy, I don't know, I would say 4 sets is plenty if you push them hard. Try and have this mindset of pushing everything hard. And over time, you can increase volume. There's also a lot of methods of training. If you want the community to share with your workouts, you can hop on Discord. Funny thing, I had never injured. I never injured because someone yanked my arm last year. This might sound like a dick, but I don't know, maybe you might sound like I don't take that you got injured seriously, which probably spindle relates to, is you should have still kept training. I got injured. I got sick to the point where like I was dragging myself to finish the workout, and I still did finish it. People who get jacked and stay jacked have the mentality of I cannot live a day without doing it. I used to bench 405 in high school What am I? You're gay, Osama. You can't be stronger than me. Impossible! Nothing is bad. If you're not really advanced, everything works, is the answer. If you're really not sure how to do a barbell movement, you're not sure if you're going to train them correctly, there's a lot of machines. You might get told you should not do machines as a starter. There's like a lot of people that you shouldn't. I'm from the camp of people that I would prefer you try to pick up a barbell. But also, just start working out, man. Anything works. Everything works. Machines have less margin of error. So, just train with machines if you really want to get. Kind of depends on the kind of sickness. You mean Ramadan? I fasted today, and here I am training. You just train after you break your fast. Or anytime when you're not fasting, because I would want you to stay hydrated if you're working out. I'm Muslim here, so I fast Ramadan. Andy, so. If you don't want to go to the gym, because I feel like it's a burden when you're fasting, you can just do calisthenics. Whether you do it with no equipment or a decent amount of equipment, everything works really. You can do calisthenics at home, bunch of push-ups. Dips are hard. Like dips alone, you can progress on them for like a lot of time. It'll take you more than 2 years to master dips. So, also, I don't think your form is horrible. Your form is better than a lot of people. Thanks for that. There's no problem, man. I like giving cool advice. You know, depends on secrets. Yes, they can see your messages. Go for a walk. There's always an option too. I mean, if you want to look better and get more jacked, walking, although great for your health, it does not build muscles that one might desire. If you have any future advice, Andy, don't feel discouraged. I'm always here. I will always answer the questions people ask. In fact, it is the sole purpose of me fitness streaming. It's actually gotten quite mad a few times. It's like, what about you asking for advice? Yeah, I know, but I mean, if you want to get really jacked, the idea of not training for a whole month is not really wise. Doing some form of calisthenics is better than a walk. I did fasted for 8 months. Well, the problem is, Spindle, 28 months fasted, you don't fast from water. In Ramadan, we don't drink water. That is the major factor. I would never deload for a month, even if I get injured. I'll find something to do. What's that okay? The idea of not training for a month sounds like a fucking nightmare. Even if, believe me, I had no choice. Well, I don't hope that will ever happen to me, Spindle. But if it happens, I think I'll still train. Maybe I'll have to lay there. Eventually, I'll just find a way to work out. I would want to work out anyway. So I don't think the idea of just laying there is fun. I'll probably re-injure myself a few times here and there out of lack of patience, but we'll see. If that ever happens. It's a lady! Alright. Just New American. It's so light. Oh yeah, I see actually the Eric Bugenhagen been talking about the gladiator thing a lot. I'm a fan of the OG show. Is it any good? You liking it? I know. I'm too lazy. I might have considered watching it if you were going to watch it with me, you know. Sit there with popcorn and shit. Instead of watching with your girlfriend. Gross. What about the bruise, brother? Huh? What about the bruise? You always forget about your bruise. What's with you, Pete? It's too late. I want a man. I want a man body that will abandon his girlfriend to watch something with me. I don't want you. I want a man. Someone didn't approve of my, what's it called? My abortion joke. China abortion joke. In fact, YouTube shadow banned it, so I had to remove China from the name. I don't know if I got shadow banned. I put it China pregnancy and it got shadow banned. Ouch! Only true legends. I got shadow banned. I didn't get banned on YouTube yet. Let me see if I get unshadow banned for changing tackle. Some things I change the tackle for and kind of got, they get unshadow banned. Alright, I need to do the Triceps exercise. I just wanted to check the. Damn, 6'4", female. No, I think it's still shadow banned. I don't know why YouTube has good retention when I put AI slop audio. It's like, watch how Abby tells the secret of why a man doesn't want to finger up his ass. It got 1,000 views. Then I post something serious and all of a sudden nobody watches it. Annoying, man. So annoying. Alright, here we are. Yeah, not happening tonight. Today. Hey, boy. I gotta get shadow banned. Get sunlight banned. Then bring all of them back. Tell me. I would like to do one of those ninja courses. You know what I'm talking about. It would be fun. Would be real fun. I almost decided to cut the other day, then I changed my mind. I prefer being a chunk of this. A wise man said once, abs are not the sign of power. Abs are a sign you don't eat enough. Oh, not true. I don't understand what the reference there. That's nothing my lats are quite small. Man. Right. I think the online coach title is really working well. I think I should just have the online coach title all the time on YouTube. It just works. It just damn works, man. I think my love handles really make my back look smaller. I need less fat. I need to be a little bit chunker. Oh, mate. Finally. I haven't seen the wheel mic in 19 years. It's really you. The signs. The prophecy have been fulfilled. They said hello, hello, with the appropriate amount of O's. Oh, Lord, I've been waiting. Don't hurt yourself. I only hurt myself so much. In the past 20 years you've been gone. Actually, it's 15. Oh, my memory's hard, so apparently. Mike, listen, because I'm only going to say at once how I'm feeling. You're not going to get to hear another how I'm feeling. No, I'm feeling a little. That is it. That's how I feel. Cambered Swiss bar is great in the shoulders. Actually, may end up with more overuse, so careful with it, care. More range of motion, more achy. Usually, that is. It also depends on how long your arms are. At the end of the day, if you're good for presses, cambered bar is good. There's some people I would not recommend them get a cambered bar. People with long arms, I'm like, you already have so much range of motion. You don't even need that extra range of motion, my guy. Trust me. Meanwhile, I do need the more range of motion. My arms are tiny. What about the grip angle? Yeah, fair enough. Neutral grip can be easier. I should have rested more. Alright. Nah, I'm not. Oh, should I? I think I'll just start from the top. Nope, I don't have any, man. No matter how long I rested, this doesn't seem to be happening. It is better with cable to increase the resistance. No, it doesn't matter. Cable dumbbells all work. Same. The amount of resistance you get does not matter. And the amount of extra resistance you get is very little, assuming the cable angle is the same. Okay. Huh. Huh. I mean, underhand grip should feel just the same, spindle. You also hello, bro. Fit Nation, welcome. How you doing, Fit Nation? Yeah, I have a man. It's as you see, I have two chats here. Yeah, it's not one. Like biceps. Do I give him a free bicep flex? What do you guys say? Yeah, I'll give you a rear biceps. Yeah, I'll give you a front biceps. Yeah, whether it's good or not, but yeah. Lat flex. Alright. You're good, my friend. Okay. Here's an attempt of a lat flex. Or a few seconds of it. I know why my right triceps is tired. Would you say if one is consistent? Like genetics play a factor. Starting point matters. Are you fat? Are you lean? Where are you at? With good hard training, two years, people will realize you start lifting a year and a half. People started realizing I lift after a year and a half-ish, maybe even a year. I don't think I was jacked by any means. The people just thought I looked more jacked. Like, I would get people asking me for flex and like, do you asking me if I work out? Oh. Do you like wrestling, bro? No. Don't like it, don't hate it. Don't really watch it though. It's not my thing. Maybe I'm built like a wrestler, I don't know. Is that how wrestlers are built? Never decrease 10 kilograms. And just do the next one for like higher reps. So why not? Right. I'm gonna use less cheat. Way less cheat. Not really. We'll see. Okay. A part of the reasons why cambered are more balanced sometimes is the fact that you don't know how to center your grip. You know how to center this. You don't really need to center your grip. We're doing straight bar. So if you do a Swiss bar, you got to figure out, first of all, where's the center, and second of all, you got to start using those muscles that are down here and up there to stabilize, which is why it will be harder to stabilize. I don't think it's much of a shoulder thing, at least from my experience. If you want the cheap, I think it's called talon grip maybe. So you put the barbell between your middle finger and index, and it goes like this. You grab the bar like this. They'll give you the same as neutral grip, pretty much. And I like that. I like that grip. I just haven't used it in a while. I used it at some point. Just kind of stopped. Why did I stop? I don't know. I just felt like stopping. I find myself leaning towards simplicity and trying to not have so many variations. Eventually, I might start using that for a bit. Right now, it's not that big of a deal. I'll just do my thing. Yeah. What are these? Here's talon grip for something else. Alright. It would have been funnier if you said, alright, I'll let you get about it. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Right. No, I think it wouldn't make much sense, maybe. I was gonna say, nah, I don't think it makes sense. Forget about it. I am not saying it. There's gonna be a sentence where talon might be implied to be a man instead of a. Yeah, you get what it's going. Also, there is a consideration that's going on. I might stop clicking the end stream button. Alright? I may have make the decisions, little Mojo, to not click end stream ever again. You might be like, what do you mean? Well, I mean... I wouldn't. You were streaming something else. And it's not my sleep. Huh. It's not gonna be my sleep, that stream. So you're like, okay. Cut a chase. What are you gonna be streaming, pal? Well, I was thinking about streaming a chicken coop. Is what I was thinking about. I'm thinking about building a chicken coop in my grand farm. If I do, what may have suggested that I start streaming it, and I was like, you know what, that's a good recommendation. Doesn't it does time you out every 48 hours. I mean, it's not my choice. At that point, it's not really my choice. But I really been looking into chickens. I brought up the idea not long ago. Evolution was like, oh, you're not gonna put a chicken. You're not gonna. You don't look like you want to have chickens. I do want to have chickens. I was kind of scared of predators. Because my uncle had chickens and he had some of them killed by what we call nymphs. I don't know. It's like the animal from Timon and Pumbaa. You know Timon and Pumbaa? Timon was killing my uncle's chickens. Send me a location. Huh? That's a weird message. Spine crusher. I've been found a belt spot that don't hurt his head. Now the problem with belt squat is it attaches on your spine directly. So it's hard to find one that doesn't hurt. Because the way it attaches. Even weighted pull-ups might be a problem for you, knowing your injury. It doesn't make my spine feel better. Yeah, like her problem is like your belt goes here, and I'm gonna pull you like this, like kind of try to pull your spine, so you gotta try and fight back. And if your spine is shit, it's hard to find good belt spots. Also got a belt for it, mind you. For me, it feels good. It feels like shit on my hamstring because mobility. Imagine like holding 50 kilograms that is pulling you down like this. My mobility is fine, look. What do you say about mobility? I rate it. And I still can't touch the floor with those. Bulk mode on? I mean, I've been bulk mode for like the past, what, 2 years? Part of the issue. I mean, you can put blocks under your legs, Spindle. You can like put like, I don't know, if you're one of those stingy people that like spending extra money, yoga blocks, you can use those to increase the height. Or for $2, you can buy 2 bricks, if not 4, and just use them to increase the height. I want to get into finding sport, Andy, because I have a weak spirit, and what I might call it. I get intimidated kind of easily. Doesn't mean I wouldn't fight back, but like my instant reaction is getting intimidated by people. I kind of want to break that. Plus, I kind of want the skill of fighting. Doesn't mean I need to fight people, but it's always good to know that you can fight people and having the confidence to throw a punch. I've grown up being told to not fight back. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't fought back, really. I've been like that until tall. I mean, you should probably be able to do that eventually. I don't think height is a really good problem. It's your inability to bend over. Your hamstrings are stiff. This is not even peak mobility, my guy. Just running out there. There's a lot more to do for mobility. So being able to touch the floor like that should be a goal, possibly, with long term. I mean, if you care about mobility. So what pays up to princess? Well, right, let me actually start working out here. One micro load. Look, this is so little weight, 2.5, and we add it to the side. But both sides is 2.5, not each plate. So this is 50, 2.5 micro progression. Micro penis was micro progression. Woo. I'm only doing 5 reps. Yes, I have ripped from the tank. The thing is, I'm increasing range of motion with time because I'm getting strong. I'm going deeper, so I don't really add much load. I've gotten really close to the floor. I'm adding like so little range of motion, but I know I'm adding range of motion. All right, we can do 15 on this. I'll add weight. Need to trigger warning for this. Oh, my lumbar discs. What's a spindle? Get your custom audio alert. Damn it. Nobody have sent me their custom MP3. Yeah. I gotta like put a deadline. I haven't decided yet. Decide! Oh, as much as I don't want to do this, here we are. Let's see if we can do 15 reps. Got 15. Right. Huh. Hamstring is one of those muscles that kind of gained a lot of mobility and flexibility with years of training. You know why? Because Mr. Badass is obsessed with range of motion. That I just always keep adding more and more range of motion to my RDLs. And I was like, oh, let's do third chair. There's even more range of motion. Or like I would stand on blocks when doing deadlifts and stuff. Feels like, you know, more range of motion better. Great. I don't regret falling for them. I'm happy with the extra mobility. The thing about Zerchers, you cannot do them twice a week. Some people can't even do them once a week. Because once you do them, you lose mobility, man. You just do. Shit really fucks you up. Also, when you get sore hamstrings, you lose a lot. Lose a lot of mobility. And flexibility. Let's load the bar. The cool thing about it, which is why I'm not loading it too quickly, is the more load you have on the bar, the easier it is to reach the bottom. It really helps. Because the more weight, the more you're being pulled down, which will give you more mobility. I want to do a little bit of side squats here. Go for this session. Right. I got in the squat. I used an SSB before. I was not the biggest fan of it. I think they might be overrated. Oh, tough. And short legs. So it doesn't really matter for me that much. It kind of feels better because I don't have to get the bar tight on my body, which is my main problem with squatting. I have a hard time getting tight. Although I know how to get tight, it just kind of still feels foreign to me because I'm not that big onto squatting. Not nothing more. Could have. I don't want to. I'm not saying. Kind of depends on your leverage. I think the more mobility you have, the more overrated it is. But so you want to know one of the advice I've gotten that pissed me off from the coaching classes is that you don't want to squat with your knees. They're so against unbend the knees and go down, then go with the hip. And I think they're stupid for that. Why? Because the way you start your squats is the way you kind of like. I'm not saying that if you start with your knees, you cannot turn it into a hip squat. You kind of start with your knees that go to your hip. But if you start with your knees, you're less likely to go and use more hip. So I usually go into unbending the knee. Is it best for moving the most load? No, I would not do that if my goal was moving the most load. But my goal is not moving the most load. My goal is in fact moving the least load and getting the most out of that load into my quads. Because if I get too much into my hamstring, my Nordic curl starts regressing. And I've tried that. I've regressed on Nordic curl because I went too hard on my squats. And people that don't understand, I mean, it's not it's like not permanent regression, kind of temporary, like you're just kind of fatigued. Okay, guess who forgot to unload one side? Also, the thing is, like, they said, if you unbend your knees first, you'll injure your knees. No. You'll put more stress on your knees. Yes. Does that mean you cannot adapt to it? No. I'm pretty sure I did unload this side. I told it just on purpose, just to see if it's gonna be something that gets unloaded there. I have wrist pronation. My neck is slightly cramped. Of course. Not pregnancy. I mean, I think for a powerlifter, 90% of the time, I would tell them to start with the hip. 90% of the time. Because hip is stronger. And I'm aware that hip is stronger. And hip can handle probably more shit. More than the knees. And they're correct, but I don't think avoiding anything where knee bend. Proportional issue. Huh. So just got wider stance. The boyfriend can give you a wedgie. That's one weird way to say I need a dildo up my ass to squat good, spindle. Oh, actually, a dildo up your ass provides solid structure to help you with more stable lifting and also stops you from leaking gas and internal pressure, so it makes sure your bracing is always perfect. Put a dildo up your butt. They should stop paying me to advertise for dildos or something. Like lifters, dildos type of shit. I mean, hitting parallel is overrated, spindle. You still can, if you still hit child parallel, you still train. Doesn't matter. I have like those pronations. I used to call them wrist twists. Little Bobby, here, you're too late. I've done all the cool shit. And you just arrived late for the lame ass shit. Like leg raises. And shit. First, more like first from the bottom. Yeah. Bottom of my feet, my yellow feet. My Asian feet, sexy Asian feet. Only $2 to watch. Yeah. The problem is, like, I realize, like, if you want to give advice on the internet, you gotta really go into every caveat. And every training factor. That's the problem with making videos. I kind of gotten paralyzed by the fact that I know too much. And I'm like, oh, I want to make a video about this. Thanks for the recommendation. I want to make a video about this, X. But, right? But my problem about making video about X, that when I talk about X, I gotta talk about X, Y, Z, whatever, all the alphabets. Because there's so much context that can be put into training that you can talk the whole day about what ifs and different scenarios. I'm like, oh, this hurting my brain. Huh. How long is going to be that deal going to be, Bobby? 9 years? Nine years? Oh, 9 months? Look at this mountain of place. Oh, you cannot see it's out of frame. Oh well. Get fucked then. There's going to be. Let me see that. But your dad for a week? Tell me why. Kinky bye. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do this for, so it's going to be the first time doing this way, I think. Yes. Oh. 10 reps. So we can do the same on the other side. Oh, bad. Here, spindle. Attempts at flexing my back. No, I didn't do it there. Right, or whatever. Who cares? Nobody. Alright. Revolution. Mr. Coach. Ow! Like cramped. Oh fuck. حسقني يا ابن ال... عينك والقبر. Fuck. Do you have that عينك والقبر saying, Evolution? I love it. Maybe that's... no, it's so your fault, man. Oh, you come here, my foot cramped. So it's not your fault. Where do you have that saying? عينك والقبر. It's a great saying. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I know. Just making sure you know it. Less curious. I've been looking into the chicken coop shenanigans for the past few months. One message up by four messages up by three messages up the chamber. And I should have, but nothing happening. Spindle. There's how much we're doing on the pronation. Cool. $25 kilograms. So try and get half of that under pronation. Or 2/3. I don't think I'm that strong. Rimir is very strong, so look up to Rimir. I don't even know how much he does in pronations. Yeah, 25 kilograms. Got like 10, 8. Oh, let's do this set and then I'm done working out. Also, YouTube people, subscribe! Leave a like if you like the stream. We need to get 500 subs on YouTube. That's the goal. Also, on your Twitch, subscribe to YouTube. I need every help. I need your help. problem with the pronation. Oh, I say it like pronation. Pronation. Same. What's gonna blame you really for thinking I said pronation? Oh, yeah. Right, my callus is starting to hurt. Alright, let's do this. Also, I have set up things where I can just not hear the music if I don't want to on Twitch. I like my setup really good. Oh boy. Gonna stick with 5. Screw it. Let's do that. Also, people, I might make a chicken coop. I need to ask my grandpa. I'm gonna make it like, it's not gonna be wide. It's gonna be in the, I have 2 locations, but I gotta ask my grandpa where he would allow me to put it. Gotta ask him first. I gotta buy some freaking wire. If ever competing will be ESPAY. Yeah, I was thinking about making it so instead of clicking in stream, you guys are gonna have a chicken coop stream. I'll just stream my chicken coop. Powerlifting, no. There's bodybuilding and Olympic lifting, but I've not seen powerlifting. It's one of those things that I was just into. That's nice, man. Glad you did. It's always nice to meet people you look up to. But you know that quote of never meet your heroes? Yeah. That quote is there for a reason. Sometimes your heroes are dicks. Remember, like some people heroes are just a bunch of dicks, and you're better off not meeting them. It is what it is. It just be like that. It just be like that. Unfortunately. But while the light is on, you reading me the other day, I want to read him back. I'm done. But yeah, the chicken coop might happen if my grandpa allows me. I have a general idea of what or how it's gonna be built. I would probably have to buy some tools from the hardware store and shit. The only drug test winners. Winners and maybe random. Usually the only drug test winners. Because, I mean, you lost. You don't matter. Let's be honest. Like, if you were winning, it makes sense on why they want to drug test you. But if you lost, like, I mean, you lost. What's the point? Imagine being on drug and still losing. It's funny, you would be surprised by the amount of people that are on drugs and still lose. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks again for the raid with me. And everybody who subbed on YouTube, appreciate you. And everybody who followed on Twitch, which is 0, but I still appreciate every single one there. Love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. Later.